Hey everybody, it's Glenn back in this video with WWE Elite Collection Series 41 Lita. In fact, regular viewers will have seen me pick up this very action figure in my latest toy hunting video. On the packaging back we get a picture of the lovely Lita herself along with some biographical information. Though curiously under career highlights they've missed off her live sex celebration with Edge. Then pictured are the rest of the series: Dean Ambrose, Finn Balor, who I also picked up, the 1-2-3 Kid, Terry Funk, and Ryback. And this isn't just any ordinary action figure review, no siree, it is in fact an action figure comparison, as I've dusted off the Lita on the left here, which has until now stood as the definitive action figure of her in my collection. Will it remain that way? Let's see. So side by side, and Mattel's Elite Lita is on the right of the screen, whereas on the left is a much earlier effort dating years back to when Jakks Pacific handled the WWE action figure license and when Lita was still a member of the active roster. And too many years have since passed for me to be able to remember which series she came from, but if you do know, pipe up in the comments below. An immediate and big difference between the two is the treatment of the cargo pants, with Mattel going for sculpted, whereas Jakks have gone for actual fabric. Sometimes I don't like fabric clothing on this scale, as often it ends up looking big and clumsy, but then these cargo pants are supposed to be big and baggy, right? In Mattel's favour, some nice attention to detail is that they've made the cargo pants look low slung enough that we get the signature flash of Lita's undies. Whereas on Jakks, the pants, sure, they capture the bagginess around the legs, but on her lower torso, instead of some nice sexy stringy underwear, it's like she's wearing a diaper under there or something. Taking a closer look at Mattel's, and I think the likeness, it's okay. I mean, I've certainly seen Mattel do far worse jobs than this, yet it still doesn't quite have the allure of the picture on the packaging, but then we just have to accept that 7 inches of plastic is never going to be as sexy as an actual woman. But can we all at least agree it's better than the Jakks likeness? Actually, now I'm looking at them both, the longer I look at them, I think they both would have benefited by coming with a little brown paper bag accessory you could have placed over their heads. But then Mattel's earns its elite price tag by coming with actual accessories, not just one top, but 2 of them. So for soft goods fans, let's try on this yellow mesh one first. It velcros down the back. If you've never had the pleasure of seeing Lita wrestle, she would typically strip off her top down to her bra before mounting the top rope and delivering about the sloppiest moonsault you've ever seen. But that said, it was still the era of many of her fellow divas still doing lingerie pillow fights and whatnot, so all credit to Lita for having the balls to climb up there and do a move like that. Just sucked to be Stacy Keibler or whoever else's head Lita came crashing down on. Whew, I've nearly got it on. I feel like I've been playing with a Barbie here, but actually that looks pretty cool. Creates nice synergy with the pictures on the packaging, plus lends an alternative flair, which is what always made Lita stand out from her other diva contemporaries. But let's bring on top number 2 to see just how she looks with that. And that was even more of a pain to get on, as you have to wrestle the strap that goes around the neck under her hair, and then it fastens in the back. I like the way they've made that look like it's tied. And while it's nice to have different display options, I think the yellow mesh top is the one she'll be rocking in my collection. Actually, as I seem to be playing dress up, and even though I do consider myself a gentleman, let me attack Lita's modesty by removing the cargo pants. It's okay, and I was right, she is wearing diapers under there. Stick with me because I am doing this to see if they fit on the Mattel Lita. And it seems like her legs are too wide to be able to work down the leg of the cargo pants. Gosh darn it! Yet while we have Jakks Lita with her pants off, we can check out the articulation, because she represents basic articulation, where the legs just hinge backwards and forwards. Whereas of course Mattel's, this is the Elite series, so her legs move out to the side, then they also move to the front, she gets upper leg rotation, plus that diaphragm joint which articulates backwards and forwards. But with Mattel's divas in the Elite series, they seem to just consider them elite if they have a slightly more elaborate deco or accessories, but in terms of articulation, nothing distinguishes them from their Diva basic counterparts. So Jakks Pacific's Lita, even though it was the equivalent of their basic, it comes with a wrist hinge, and it would be nice if the Diva Elites earned a bit more of the price tag by having a wrist hinge and not just the wrist rotation that they have. Now checking out the tats, and there's quite a distinction between the detail of the two of them, with Mattel's being more elaborate in design and colour, plus it crosses up from the upper arm onto the shoulder, whereas Jakks is all just on the upper arm. I guess they logistically couldn't figure out how to print that onto their shoulder hinge. But yeah, Mattel definite winner there, whereas Jakks Lita, her tattoo, where it looks like the kind of tattoo you do yourself when you're banged up in prison. And in fact, all things considered, and Mattel's Lita is now my definitive Lita in my collection. I'll try and throw the Jakks one on eBay and see how many pennies I can get for her. But for chivalry's sake, if you want to put up a defense for Jakks' Lita, then let me know in the comments below just what I'm not seeing. Anyway, click this video to fast forward to a Diva of today with the boss herself, Sasha Banks. Currently, my WWE videos are losing the war of likes against my Marvel ones, so with limited time that I have, if push comes to shove, wrestling figure reviews will be on the chopping block. So if that's content you want to continue to see here on my channel, just watching might not be enough, so please give it a big thumbs up, better still share the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.